Abortion is one of the most diversely viewed social issues that affects our society today. There are such extreme views on the issue that they've even been categorized into two main groups, the pro-life group and the pro-choice group. The groups have concrete boundaries and beliefs that qualify a person as one or the other. They are polar opposite ideologies that bring the aspect of controversy to the once taboo issue. People are now debating the issue and even bringing the debate into the highest courts in the country. So what does it mean to be pro-life or pro-choice, and what qualifies someone to be categorized as such? Pro-life says that the person believes that the government has an obligation to preserve all human life, regardless of intent, viability, or quality of life concerns, according to Tom Head. It is a term that represents an issue in something called bioethics. According to Webster, bioethics is a field of study concerned with the ethics and philosophical implications of certain biological and medical procedures, technologies, and treatments, such as abortions, genetic engineering, and care of the terminally ill. The pro-life view most commonly, especially in the media, refers to opposition to abortion and support for fetal rights. The term describes the political and ethical view which states that fetuses and embryos are human beings and therefore have a right to live. Pro-life individuals generally believe that the human life should be valued either from conception or implantation until natural death. According to Head, the pro-life movement is typically, but not completely, associated with the Christian religion, especially in the United States. From that viewpoint, any action which destroys an embryo or kills a fetus is a human being, and therefore it is viewed as murder. Any deliberate destruction of human life is considered ethically or morally wrong and is not considered to be okayed by any supposed benefits to others. According to Head, euthanasia and assisted suicide are also opposed by some pro-life followers based on the belief that all human life is sacred and must be protected even against the wishes of people who want to end their own lives. Some pro-lifers oppose certain forms of birth control, particularly hormonal contraception such as Plan B, which is alleged to prevent the implantation of an already fertilized embryo. Because pro-life advocates largely believe that life begins at conception, they refer to these forms of birth control with the term abortifacients. Pro-choice describes the view that a woman should have complete control over her fertility and the choice to continue or terminate a pregnancy, according to Harriet Poppel. This entails the guarantee of reproductive rights, which includes access to sexual education, access to safe and legal abortion, contraception, and fertility treatment, and legal protection from forced abortion. Some people who are pro-choice see abortion as a last resort and focus on a number of situations where they feel abortion is a necessary option. Among these situations are those where the woman was raped, her health or life, or that of the fetus, is at risk, contraception was used but failed, or she feels unable to raise a child. Pro-choice advocates emphasize their beliefs that having a child is a personal choice that affects a woman's body and personal health. They believe that both parents and the children's lives are better when the women are allowed to have abortions, because they prevent women from going to desperate lengths to obtain illegal abortions. According to Poppel, illegal abortions are about 10 times more dangerous to a woman because they are usually done in a non-sterile and unprofessional environment. Other pro-choice advocates base their beliefs off terms of individual liberty, reproductive freedom, and reproductive rights, meaning they believe that people have the right to their own freedoms to choose their reproductive futures. Pro-choice individuals often do not consider themselves pro-abortion because they consider abortion an issue of bodily autonomy or the ability to control one's own body and find forced abortion as morally wrong in the outlawing of abortion itself. In conclusion, according to Tom Head, the pro-life movement argues that even undeveloped human life is sacred and must be protected. Abortion, according to this model, must be illegal. The pro-choice movement argues that in pregnancies prior to the point of viability or noticeable life, the government does not have the right to control a woman's right to decide whether or not to continue a pregnancy. For more information on the abortion debate, see Contested Lives, The Abortion Debate in American Community by Faye D. Ginsburg.